Hi, welcome back. We are back with IMDb Showfest. And wasn't that last interview a banger? They're all bangers, but you know. Anyways, I'm Candor and I'm going to pass it over to the lovely creators of Unfinished Business and their stellar interviewers, Quentin, Candor, and Barb Thompson. Let's hear from them.
We're stellar now. Yeah, it's great. A banger interview coming up. Well, hello, I'm Quentin.
I'm Barb.
I'm Hannah.
I'm Jimmy.
Hi, Hannah. Hi, Jimmy. I must say I really enjoyed playing the game.
Yes.
And I was super curious, what was the inspiration for it?
So back in C-term of last year, I was actually in a writing class, and I just came up with this character that was like art ghost. It was a whole different story at that time, but I met with Dean and we decided to pitch it as an MVP and develop it, and then we assembled everyone else.
And was there any Lovecraft behind the original story?
Yep.
Okay. I wasn't totally
that off.
yeah.
All right, that's
Yeah.
okay. Well, I just want to say congratulations. Finishing a game is a huge accomplishment, and that's just very, very, very good job all around. My first question is about the game's distinctive art style. Did you do the art? Did someone on the team do the art?
I did the art. I did all the art.
Well, great job. Doing all of the art for an entire game, that is a huge accomplishment.
And it really fit well.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was excellent. So can you tell us a little bit about the art direction for the game? Do you have the inspirations visually here?
Yeah. So narratively, we pulled from different things like Night in the Woods, Gravity Falls. So I kind of wanted to pull from those kinds of art styles, art-wise. So it's very cartoony because the narrative has a lot of like clashing between different elements. The background and all the tiles are painted, but like the main characters are very like loose and sketchy. There's a lot that went into like the color, like everything is a super cool color scheme, and like good versus evil, those both have their own sets of colors.
Apparently evil's very purple.
Yes, evil is very
So
purple.
follow-up question on evil. Whose idea was it to make the necromancer rhyme? Who wrote those rhymes?
I think that was Vlad.
Yeah, that was Vlad.
Yeah.
Okay, Vlad is not here.
Vlad is not
like,
here.
Victor the
Okay.
vampire?
No, he's our
How
writer.
deep does this go?
He's our writer.
Okay. I'm assuming he's not here. We did an excellent job. I really liked the not great rhymes. It was a great touch.
There were a lot of very funny
Yes.
bit in the narrative that drew you into the story more because like, I get that.
Yes. So was it just Vlad doing all the writing, or did you split amongst the team?
Yeah, no, Vlad did all the writing.
Really well with it too.
That's great. That's excellent.
Yeah. And where did that music come from?
That was all Will.
That was all Will.
Yeah.
Will is also not here.
Will is also not here.
Well,
We
again,
had a pretty
Will
big
did a great job.
Yes.
Banger job, actually.
Yes. The music
He puts
is
out some bangers.
Yes, real big.
I was amazed at how well all those are tied together. Because
No, it was really fun. So this is a very specific question that I have when playing this game. So when you approach like the end of a platform, it almost feels like your character is lifted up a little bit by a little bump or something at the end. Was that intentional?
Could be. In some platforms, it gets really weird because there are two different types of like terrain that you could consider. There's both the ground tiles, which are very much square, and then there are these things like the wooden platforms and the grass islands that don't really follow like the same rules because they're objects in and of themselves. They have their own unique shaped colliders, and those sometimes can like jut out in strange ways because it takes all the polygons in that sort of shape.
A complex collider rather than a square collider.
Yeah.
No, so it does look, so I have a little bit of experience in Unity, and it seems like this entire thing was on, appears to be several 2D tile maps, like, these are background layers, platform layers in the foreground. How did you decide, is like a larger question, how did you decide on specifically making a 2D platform for the game, for this area with this art style? Or did the mechanics come first and then the story came later?
The story came first, but also Didn't we all decide on a 2D platformer very early on?
Yeah, originally, like, back in C-term of last year when we came up with the pitch, it was an RPG. But we all got together at the very beginning of this year and we're like, let's make a 2D platformer instead. It's just like what we were most comfortable with. And it's
Yeah.
Yeah, it seemed to fit really, really well.
It fit the art style
Yes.
really, really well, yeah. But I have to ask, who and how did you implement Sadie's walking style? Because I love that kind of.
You see a full 360 degrees,
Yes,
which is
yes.
so
In a
unique.
2D platform.
I loved it.
So because the music is so bumpin',
That is an industry term. I'm glad that you brought that
exactly.
up.
We wanted her to have like a lot of like swagger when she walked.
Also,
so
industry is very
Yes.
good.
Did you model it after like?
No, it's all hand drawn.
Okay, wow.
I did it all frame by frame. That's just what I'm most comfortable with animation was.
Awesome.
Yeah, it really shows. So I liked that the game, like I liked how you guys put together the individual dialogues for the characters. I know Vlad's not here, he can't answer this, but do you guys have a favorite character of the large cast?
I think my personal favorite is probably the cheerleader from the graveyard.
Okay.
It's great.
I liked the Ravier as a whole. I think
Yes.
that's a good. Just a good honest.
I like the jump guy.
Exactly. Jimmy, who's your favorite?
Gotta be the cat heads.
The cat is good.
Yeah.
I want to ask, what was the most exciting bug you found during development?
Oh, a whole can of worms. Or a whole can of bugs, if you wish to speak in that parlance. There was a bug early in development where if you were to jump off an edge or fall off an edge, ever so unfortunately, we had this very strange system where we had this like invisible object that would follow the player until they fall off an edge or go into the air. And that determines their respawn point.
Ah,
There we
okay.
go. Yeah.
But the way that it worked was that it would go off the edge with you.
When you respawn in the middle of the air?
So
Yes, and then you'd respawn in the air. And you know like how in Portal, like when you shoot one at your feet and one on the ceiling and you just keep going?
I believe the industry term for that is being banished to the shadow realm.
Oh, I thought it was that's a feature, not a bug.
Yes.
That's what it was.
That's,
Yes.
That's pretty awesome.
so other than bugs, what would either of you say is your favorite part of the game? Like you had to pick one single feature, one thing that's your favorite.
It's just
All
so
right,
much
3
fun.
goes to the radio.
Yeah, it's just so fun.
From a personal or group achievement standpoint, I want to say that like what we did was really well, given that we didn't use any pre-made assets from the asset store. All art was hand drawn. All code was done from scratch.
That's great.
Yeah,
That is amazing.
like it's hard to tell if it shows or not, but it's definitely something that I'm proud of, and that we all should be proud of.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, and you guys did an excellent job. We're almost out of time here. Is there anything else that, like a funny, cool story anecdote that you just can't wait to talk about? You can also say no, and there's just big, yeah.
No, we don't want to talk about it.
Secrets from now on. Yeah, well, I don't have any more questions. So I think you guys did an excellent job. Congratulations, and great job in this interview here.
Thank you.
And it was very nice.
Yes, it was so nice to meet you both. Yeah.